Okay, welcome to another prehab class. So today we're going to focus on restoration for the lower body, the lower limbs specifically. So that's hips, knees, ankles, and toes. So during this class, what I'd like you to do is just try to be as specific as possible with the movements. And then once you are creating the movement patterns or the joint articulations in a very specific way, then explore and ask for a little bit more range, a little bit more turning into the joint actions, especially while doing axial rotations or hinges. So just explore and just ask for more. Be gentle with yourself and listen to your body and work within your lane. And then just see if that lane can expand a little bit. Okay, so after today's class, hopefully what you'll do is that you'll increase your range of motion, you'll activate a bunch of muscles, and that you'll feel better. So let's go ahead and start in a standing position, and we're going to start with some breathing. So what I'd like you to do is take your feet outside shoulder width, bring your hands right to your belly, take a huge breath in. You're trying to inflate your belly as much as you possibly can, and then when you exhale, just let the breath go, feel free to sigh. Okay? So big breath in, and then exhale, just let it go. Feel free to sigh. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Huge breath in. And then exhale, let it go. 1 more time. Big breath in. And then exhale, let it go. Great. So now bring your hands to your lower ribs here. When you're exhaling, we're going to try to make a nice long exhale, and I want you to coach these lower ribs to collapse in. We're trying to eradicate any rib cage flare, which tends to develop in our bodies when we sit a lot. Okay? So again, take a big breath into your belly. Then hands on your lower ribs, squeeze the breath out, and coach these lower ribs to collapse in towards your spine. Good, let's try that again. Big breath into your belly. And then exhale, squeeze the breath out. Good, and 1 more time. Big breath into your belly. And then exhale, squeeze the breath out. Excellent. Hopefully you felt those lower ribs were collapsing in and moving in. And then what we would like you to do is keep these lower ribs collapsing in as we go into the next exercise. You're going to try to lengthen your exhale and really activate your transverse abdominis and your pelvic floor. So I'd like you to imagine that across the room, all the way across the room, are 10 birthday candles. You're going to try to blow out all 10 birthday candles with 1 breath. So it's going to take a lot of effort to get the breath out and across the room. Okay? So we'll start by inflating your belly again. So big breath in. And then nice long exhale out. Try to blow out those birthday candles. Try to get all 10. Good, let's try that again. Big breath in. And then exhale. Try to get all those birthday candles out. Good, and then 1 more time. Big breath in. And then exhale. Excellent. And then after all that breathing, hopefully you also feel a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more grounded. And then we'll get to work. Okay, since we're focusing on the lower limb today, we're going to start all the way down on the toes. We're going to try to articulate the toes, and that's going to help your motor cortex and your brain to understand where your leg is in space, and it gives a lot more information to your brain. So I want you to go ahead and look at your toes, and just try to pick the big toe up as high as you can, and then set it down. So you're trying to keep the 4 outside toes down on the ground as you're lifting your big toe up. If those 4 outside toes start to move, that's okay. Just do your best to have your intention to move only your big toe. We're going to do 2 more, and on our last one, we're going to hold. So go ahead and lift your big toes up right now. Hold them up, try to get them up a little bit higher, and with the 4 outside toes, press down into the ground. So you're separating big toe from 4 outside toes. Good, we'll do this for another 3, 2, 1, and down. Good, so now let's do the opposite. Let's lift the 4 outside toes up as high as you can and back down. You're pressing your big toe down as you're lifting those 4 outside toes up. And try to splay your toes as well. So spread them the best that you can. We've got 2 more here. Good, on this last one, let's come up and hold. Good, so lift those toes up, try to spread them. Take your big toe, root it down, get nice and strong. Good, and we'll do this for another 3, 2, 1, and relax. Excellent. So now let's do the opposite. Let's lift all of your toes up, and then we're going to take the big toe, we're going to press down into the floor. Try to keep the 4 outside toes up. Again, if those toes are not cooperative, it's okay. Just do the best that you can. It's your intention that really matters here. Good, 2 more times. This time, press it down, get strong. Really try to root that big toe in. You should feel those intrinsic foot muscles of your arch activate. And we'll hold this down for another 3, 2, 1, and relax. So then let's do the outside toes. So again, lift all of your toes up, and then take the 4 outside toes, press them down, and lift them up. We're trying to keep the big toe up the entire time. And we're also trying to not curl the toes in, those 4 outside toes, we're just trying to press them down. Good, 2 more. This time, press them down, root them to the ground. Really drive those toes into the ground, develop more strength, and lift your big toe up a little bit more. We'll do this for another 3, 2, 1, and relax. Excellent. From here, let's wave the toes up and down one at a time. So start with the big toe, start to wave them up, and then wave them down. Okay, you just want to be as intentional as possible, waving them up and down. It's okay if your toes don't cooperate fully, as long as you're trying. And then the more that you practice these toe articulations, the better the toes will become. It's only because you wear shoes a lot that your toes lose the ability to articulate as well as they could. Good. Let's now reverse it. Start with the little toe. Wave up and down. So we're waving from little toe to big toe, waving up and down. Good. Let's do 1 more here. Excellent. Good. From there, we're going to focus on the ankles. We're going to work the ankles into inversion and eversion. So you're just going to roll to the inside of your feet, roll to the outside of your feet. While you're doing these transitions, go nice and slowly so your ankle joint actually can process the movement in and out. Good. And then start to ask for a little bit more. So really try to roll to the edges of your feet. Really try to roll in as deep as you can. We've got 2 more of this. Excellent. We're going to come back to this in just a little bit. Next thing I want you to do is set yourself up holding on to something so this does not become a balance exercise. We're going to do some heel lifts here. We're just going to slowly lift your heel up as high as you can and then set it back down. We're just trying to get your ankle to work into plantar flexion and come on back down. As you're doing this, try to feel the body weight shifts into all 10 toes. So even the small toe. Good. Let's do 2 more here. Slowly shifting up, slowly shifting down. Excellent. So then let's add in the eversion and inversion. So you're going to come up as high as you can and heel lift. And then you're going to try to roll to the outside edges of your foot, and then the inside edges of your foot. So you're going to feel how the body weight shifts from your big toe to your little toe. Try to keep those heels lifted the best that you can. And when you're making your transitions, go as slow as possible. So you don't want to go too fast. And then if you can, explore for more. Try to go a little bit further in, a little bit further out. Last one. Excellent. Okay, from there, let's then go into some knee circles here. We're going to bring your feet nice and wide, and then bring your hands to your knees like so. Slowly draw a nice big circle. Good. Then try to go even bigger with that circle with your knees. You're going to notice that your feet roll in and out your body right now. Slow it down. Your body will want to go at a certain speed. We want to go a little bit slower because we're trying to wake up the body in these positions. More specifically, we're trying to activate more mechanoreceptors and also put more stress on the muscles so that they actually become a little bit more contractile, that they're used to holding more load. And we can do that by going slow. Good. Let's change direction. Let's go the other way. Good. Again, you're going slow, you're exaggerating. And then we can add on a little bit more by sitting the hips down, creating more knee flexion. So let's do 2 more. Just like so. Excellent. Okay, so then let's do it again. And let's have your feet together here. So the other thing I'd like you to do in this version is imagine that you're trying to keep the 4 corners of your feet tattooed on the ground. So hands on your knees, and then start to circle those knees. Good. Again, go nice and slow. So notice the speed that your body wants to go at. Try to go a little bit slower. Then the second thing I'd like you to do is now look at your feet. Try to keep your feet nice and still as you're doing this. 1 more in this direction. Good, and now let's go the other way. If your foot is moving quite a bit, it's okay, as long as your intention is to root all 4 corners of your foot flat into the ground. Good, let's sit those hips a little bit more. Okay, 1 more here. Excellent job. Okay, so now let's focus on the hips. We're going to do some pelvic tilts here. So I want you to imagine that you're wearing a belt buckle. I want you to point the belt buckle down to the ground and then up towards the ceiling. Down and up. You should feel how these abdominals are engaging is as if you're doing a vertical crunch. Good. And what I'd like you to do is really exaggerate the crunch and then really try to point down. We'll go 2 more times here. Belt buckle down and up. Good. Excellent. Next, we're going to shift the hips left and right. So keep your rib cage nice and still. Shift your hips. Shift your hips. Okay? We're looking to move the hip sockets, and we're also articulating the lumbar spine here. Shifting as far as you can. Trying to keep the shoulders nice and still. Excellent. Good. So now we're going to rotate the hips. So you just want to twist the hips as far as you can, and then twist as far as you can. So notice the feet stay nice and still. You're twisting, you're causing a chain reaction of rotation all through the body. And at the end of your rotation here, right, end of your twist, just try to twist a little bit further. Let's do 1 more each way. Excellent. Good. So from there, what we're going to do, we're going to try to map out hip circles. So if I turn my hips like this, I'm going to press my hips forward as far as I can. I'm going to keep pressing forward for 1 full second. And then I'm going to slide my hips back as far as I can. And I'll do that again. So hips forward, 1 full second. And then hips back, 1 full second. Again, hips forward, 1 full second. And then hips back, 1 full second. Good, excellent. So then let's do hips from side to side. Okay, so you're just going to press the hips out and keep pressing out this way for 1 full second. And then the other side, press them out, keep pressing out for 1 full second. Good, let's try that again. So hips out, keep pressing out for 1 full second. And then hips the other way, keep pressing out for 1 full second. Good, 1 more time each way. Hips to the right, keep pressing out 1 full second. And then hips to the left, keep pressing out 1 full second. Good. After all that, we'll connect those 4 points and we'll do hip circles. So press the hips forward, slide the hips out to the side, reach the hips back, and then out to the other side and back forward. Good. Then change direction once you get back to your starting position and go the other way. Good. Same thing with the knee circles here. You want to realize how fast your body wants to go and go a little bit slower. You want to teach your body how to spend time in all of these positions, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting. So this is really good to get your hips and all these muscles and the actual joint itself experiencing different positions. Good, so you're priming your body to be able to move in those positions more often. Good, let's do one more time. And just ask for a little bit more. Can you make that circle a little bit bigger all the way around? 360 degrees. All the way around. Excellent. Okay, so after that, now we're going to go for global rotation. So we've primed the lower body, and we're going to be rotating through the lower body in this exercise. What I'd like you to do is bring your feet nice and wide, and we have a couple steps in this exercise. You're going to reach out first, then you're going to pivot on one foot, on one big toe actually. You're going to wrap around and reach behind you as far as you can, and then unwrap around and switch. Again, reach up, that distracts your spine. Then pivot and reach around, 1 full second, and back. Good, so now let's do 3 reps of that. Up, wrap around, keep reaching back for 1 full second, and then come on out. Good, other side. Reach up, wrap around, keep reaching behind you for 1 full second, and back. Good. Can you take your feet a little bit wider? Excellent. Reach up, wrap around, keep reaching back, 1 full second. Come on out. Other side. Reach up, wrap around, pivoting on that big toe, reach back for 1 full second, and come on out. Good, last time here, can you bring your feet a little bit wider? And again, reach up, wrap around, keep reaching back as far as you can. 1 full second, come on out. And then the other side, reach up, wrap around, keep reaching behind you. 1 full second, and come on out. Excellent, good. From this position with your feet gradually getting wider, we're going to start to do some lateral flexion. So your hands are literally trying to touch either side of the room. One's going to go up and over, one's going to come under and across like so, and then we'll switch sides. Excellent. We're going to do 3. We're going to hold each end position for 1 full second. Okay? So belt buckle up, toes point forward. Let's go ahead and reach, get to your end range, and keep reaching for 1 full second, and then come on out. Good. Other side. Up and over, under and across, reaching as far as you can. 1 full second, and then come on out. Good. Can you take your feet a little bit wider, even if it's just a hair wider? Okay, same thing. Belt buckle up, reaching up and over, under and across, reach for 1 full second, come on out. And other side. Reaching up and over, under and across, 1 full second, and come on out. Good. Can you take your feet a little bit wider? Good. Again, belt buckle up. Let's do it again. Reaching up and over, under and across, reach for 1 full second, come on out. And then the other side, reach up and over, under and across, keep reaching for 1 full second, and then come on out. Beautiful. Okay, so we've just primed the lower body, so now we can really try to get deeper into our range of motion, and we'll start with some lateral lunges. If you need to, I recommend using something for support so that you're not making this a strength exercise, but you can focus more on getting into a deeper range of motion, which will then lead to more strength. So, real quick, if I'm using something to hold on to like a wall, I can come into this lateral lunge and I can get a little bit deeper, just like so, because I'm using this for balance. So we don't necessarily need to make a strength exercise. So grab maybe a chair, large foam roller, or set yourself up by the wall for these lateral lunges. Okay, so after you've gotten your object, such as a large foam roller or a chair, or if you're just going to do this with your own body weight, set yourself up in a wide stance with your feet. And you want your toes pointing forward. For us to perform these lunges, what we're actually going to try to do is lift 1 foot up off the ground. That's going to activate all these antagonist muscles, and that's going to help pull us deeper into the range of motion that we're trying to create. So I want you to go ahead and look at your right foot, right? Try to lift your right foot up off the ground, and that's going to pull you down into the lunge. And then go ahead, press yourself back up. And then look at your left leg. Try to pull that foot up off the ground. That's going to pull you down into lunge. And then press up and away. Excellent. Good. So now let's do it and let's hold at the bottom for 1 full second. Okay? So again, toes point forward, belt buckles up. Look at your right foot. Lift that right foot up off the ground. Get as deep as you can. Continue to lift that foot up off the ground for 1 full second. And then press up. Good. And then the other side. So look at your left foot. Try to pick that left foot up off the ground. Get as low as you can. Continue to lift that foot up 1 full second. And then come on back. Good. Can you take your feet a little bit wider, even if it's just a hair? Good. Belt buckles up, toes point forward. Let's try again. Right foot, lift it up off the ground. Get as low as you can. Keep lifting up for 1 full second. Good. And then let's switch sides. Left foot, try to pick it up off the ground. Get as low as you can. Keep lifting that foot up for 1 full second. And then back up. Good. Can you take your feet a little bit wider again? It's okay if you can't, but just try. Now let's do it again. Belt buckles up. Lift the foot up off the ground. Get as low as you can. Lift your foot up a little bit more. And then go ahead and come on back. Another side. Lift the foot up off the ground. Lift it up a little bit higher. And then go ahead and come on back. Excellent. Okay, so for the next exercise, we're going to do some more lunges, but we're going to do kneeling lunges here. And again, you may want to set yourself up at a wall or have a foam roller or a chair in front of you to help with supporting your body weight. Okay, so we're looking to try to increase our range of motion. We're not looking to develop more strength right now, though this exercise will lead to developing more strength. So if you want to set yourself up like this, you also want to make sure that you have enough room that you can really drive the knee forward as far as you can while trying to keep your heel on the ground. Okay, we want to make sure that we're really set in a really good position. So this ankle wants to be right underneath your knee, if not a little further back. We're looking to create dorsiflexion here, deep knee flexion, and then deep hip flexion too. Okay? So you have an option here to use the arms up and back as you lunge forward. So choose whatever level you want to work at right now, and let's go ahead and do 3 reps where we get to the end range. We're going to hold it for 1 full second. Okay? Also, we want to look at this foot. We want to get into the lunge by trying to lift that front foot up off the ground. So I'm looking at my foot, I'm going to lift it up off the ground, that pulls me forward, and then I'll hold here for 1 full second, and then I'm going to push out. Okay, so now let's do our 3 reps, right? Belt buckles up, lift the foot up off the ground, that pulls you forward, option to lift the arms up, hold for 1 full second, and then come on back out. Good, let's try that again. So lift the foot up, keep your belt buckle up, keep lifting that foot up, option to hold the arms up, 1 full second, come on out. 1 more time. Lift the foot off the ground, keep your belt buckle up, keep lifting that foot up off the ground, reach your arms up as an option, and relax. Good, let's switch sides. So same thing on the other side, okay? Have that ankle underneath your knee or a little further back. Belt buckles up, and then let's lift that front foot up off the ground. That pulls us into the lunge. Belt buckles up, arms come up as an option. Keep lifting that foot for 1 full second, and then push on back. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Lift the foot, belt buckles up, arms go up. Keep lifting that foot up 1 full second, and push on back. And last time here. Lunging forward, lifting that foot up off the ground. Belt buckle stays up. Keep lifting that foot up off the ground 1 full second, and then push on out. And then from here, we're going to make our way to a seated position. Okay, so in this seated position, we're going to do some ankle cars. All those lunges help prime our ankles, and now we're going to try to make a nice big circle with our toes. So CARS stands for Controlled Articular Rotations. They're also referred to as ankle circles. So what I want you to do is hold on to your shin with both hands. Don't let your shin move. You can also wrap around like this to get an extra squeeze on your shin so it doesn't move. Pull your toes up towards your shin, and then slowly draw a nice big circle with those toes. Now as you draw the circle, I want you to watch your toes. I want you to notice how smooth your foot is. Okay, your foot may skip through different points of the circle. Let's do it again and try to be smooth throughout the entire circle. So if your foot is skipping somewhere around the circle, just be very intentional when you get to that point of the circle that you're smooth. Okay? One more time, keep it smooth and try to make it bigger. 360 degrees around the circle. Try to make it a little bit bigger if you can. Just explore for more. Good, now let's go the other way, okay? Again, first time around, really watch your foot and notice if it skips anywhere. And then the second time around, come back and try to make it nice and smooth. Good, and then third time, let's go ahead and try to expand that circle. Try to make it a little bit bigger. So 360 degrees, just try to ask for more all the way around the circle. Excellent. And then we'll do the same thing with the other leg. Again, we want to hold on to the shin. You can wrap around if you like, and then bring your toes up towards your shin, and then draw a nice big circle. Watch your foot. See how smooth your foot is. It's okay if it starts to skip or jump around the circle. Just come back to those areas and try to be smooth. Good. Third time around in this direction. Work for being bigger. Keep it smooth though, and just see if you can get a little bit bigger all the way around the circle. Explore for more. Excellent. Now let's change direction, same thing. So again, first rep, watch your foot, notice if it jumps anywhere. Jumps or skips. Okay. Second rep, just try to be smooth, especially through any areas where you're jumping or skipping. Good, and then third rep, explore for more. See if you can make it bigger all the way around the circle. So 360 degrees around the circle, asking for a little bit more. Excellent. Okay, so next, we're going to focus on the knee here, right? So a lot of people don't know that your knee can rotate. So let's get into a really good position and we're going to do some tibial rotations. So heel on the ground, take your hands to your knee like so. We don't want your thigh to move, we want to hold your thigh still. Then focus on your shin here. Try to twist it in and twist it out. Your foot's going to do this windshield wiper. That's great. But I want you to focus on the shin. Make sure your shin is moving. A lot of times that foot can just reach in and out, but that shin doesn't move that well. Good. Now that you've rotated your shin, let's add in flexion and extension here. So real quick, you can do this exercise on your back if you'd like. Alternatively, you could also sit up and you're going to hold your thigh. You're going to rotate your shin in, and then you're going to extend your knee nice and straight. Then, as you bend your knee, rotate your shin out and bend it as deep as possible. Again, rotate in and extend. Then rotate out and bend. Good. One more time in this direction. Rotate in and extend, and then rotate out and bend. Good. Now let's reverse direction. So shin rotates out. Go ahead, extend, and then rotate in and bend. Let's try that again. Rotate out and extend, and then rotate in and bend. One more time. Rotate out and extend, and then rotate in and bend. Great. Let's do the same thing on the other leg. So heels on the ground first, hands on your knee. Keep that knee nice and straight. Go ahead, start to windshield wiper the foot, but watch the shin. Make sure the shin is rotating in and out, in and out. Good. Now once you've established that, let's go ahead and let's add in the flexion and extension. So rotate your shin in, extend your knee all the way straight. Rotate the shin out, bend rotate out, and then. One more time. Notice I'm going nice and slow here. My movements are smooth. That's most important. Smooth movements so that you're having control over your body. Second, reverse. So shins rotated out, extend, then rotate in and bend. Again, rotate that shin out, smoothly extend. Rotate in and bend as deep as you can. One more time. Rotate out, extend, rotate in and bend. Beautiful. From there, we're going to then focus on the hips. Okay? So we're going to do some hip hinges here into hip flexion and range of hip flexion. To do that, what I'd like you to do is either hold on to this leg like so, or bring your hands behind you like so. You want to make sure that your torso does not move. Okay? So you can hug, or you can brace. That's up to you. We're going to work on this leg here. We're simply going to lift up as high as you can, and then bring it back. Notice my torso does not move. So slow lift and down. Good. Now let's get to the end range and let's ask for more for one full cycle. So lift the leg, get to your end range. Keep lifting for one full second and down. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Slow lift, get to your end range. Lift a little bit more for one full second and down. Last time here. Slow. End range, keep lifting one full second and down. Good. And then switch. So we'll do the same thing here. Keep that brace going or keep your hug going. It's up to you. Lift up as high as you can. And then come on down. Good. Let's now add in that extra hold. So lifting up. End range here. Keep lifting for one full second. And down. Good. 2 more times. Slow with the lift. Get up as high as you can, lift a little bit more, and down. Good. 1 more here. Up, up, up. Get to the top. Ask for a little bit more, and down. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to switch. And what we're going to do is we're going to twist our legs. So notice that my kneecap points in and out. That's axial rotation from the hip socket here. Okay? We're still going to brace our torso. So whatever you'd like to do, hug or brace. You're going to lift your leg up as high as you can. Good. Now, turn the kneecap in as far as you can. Keep turning for one full second. Then turn out. Keep turning out for one full second. Good. Let's try that again. Turn in. Keep twisting in for one full second. And then twist out. Keep twisting out for one full second. Wherever you are, try to lift your foot up a little bit higher. And let's do it one more time. Rotate in. Keep twisting in one full second. And then twist out, keep twisting out for one full second. And then, good. And then switch. Okay? So make sure you keep your torso steady. And let's do it again. Let's lift up as high as possible. And then twist your leg. Kneecap points in, internal rotation, one full second. And then kneecap points out, external rotation, one full second. Good. Lift your foot higher. Let's do it again. Rotate that kneecap in, keep twisting for one full second. And then rotate that kneecap out, keep twisting out for one full second. Good. Lift your leg a little higher, just try. Rotate in, keep twisting in for one full second. And then rotate out, keep twisting out for one full second. And down. Excellent, great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some hovers. And I'm going to face this way so you can really see what I'm going to do. For this one, it's best to hug your leg. You can still brace, but the chances are that your hips can move because of this lateral motion that we're going to work in. So I like to hug, and then we're going to lift this foot up as high as possible. We're going to try to bring it out as far as possible. Tap the floor and bring it back. 3 times. We're trying to get as wide as possible and as high as possible. Okay? So go nice and slow. So here we go. Up, slow, 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 out as far as you can. Good, and then bring it back with control. So that's 1. Now let's go further. If you can remember where you touched down, see if you could go a little bit further. And then bring it back, slow and controlled. Good, 1 more time. Here we go. Big rainbow out. Touch down, and then big rainbow back in. Excellent. And then we'll switch. Okay, same thing on the other side. Okay, so but you'll get stronger in the long run. Here we go again. Up as high as you can. Big rainbow out. Tap down. Big rainbow back. Slow, slow, slow. Good. One more time. Try to beat your last one. Okay? Up slow. Rainbow out. Tap down. Bring it back slow. And rainbow back. Excellent. Beautiful. Okay. So from here, let's find straddle. So we warmed up the hips, so it's going to be easy to slide the legs out like so. Twist over to one leg. Lift up your chest. Good. What I'd like you to do here is try to lift this leg up off the ground here. So first things first. Take your heart. Reach your heart forward. Lift it up. Excellent. Then take your hands. Root your hands into the ground so your torso does not move. Good. Now do your best that you can to try to lift the leg up off the ground. It's hard and it should be hard, but just do your best. We got 3 reps here. So lift up and down. Again, lift up and down. One more lift up and down. Good. Other side. Bring your chest out. Lift it up. Root your arms down. Here we go. Try to lift that leg up and down. Up and down. One more. Up and down. Good. So for these exercises, what I just want you to remember is that, or I want you to think, consider, how often throughout the course of the week have you been in these positions trying to move your legs here? Probably not that much unless you're practicing gymnastics or martial arts. So it's okay if this is hard. You're just restoring that muscle activation here. You're making your brain remember that this is possible. Okay, so let's come back to this leg here. We're going to try to lift and twist, okay? So lift up your chest, root your hands into the ground. Try to lift and then kneecap in and out. Just do the best that you can. In and out. One more. In and out. Beautiful. And then same thing on the other side. Root your hands on the ground. Lift up your heart. Push your heart towards your foot. Good. And lift up. Twist kneecap in and out. You want to twist that leg as far as you can in each direction. Last one. Excellent. Good. Again, these are meant to be challenging, okay? It's just all you want to do is just try to meet the challenge the best that you can today, okay? It doesn't have to look any certain way as long as that you're trying to challenge yourself, right? And you're staying in your lane. Beautiful. So now that we're here, we've warmed up the hips in this position. Let's do some forward folds. We're going to loosen up our spine because your legs and your spine are really connected many different ways through your muscles and the connective tissue. So if we do some forward folds in this position, we're going to help loosening up the hips more while also loosening up the torso and the spine. So reach your arms up, turn your belly button over to one leg, exhale, just fold forward. Then on the bottom, reach your hands away from your hips and float back up to start. Other leg, turn your belly button towards the leg, exhale, fold. Reach your hands away from your hips and float on up. Good. Try to bring that stomach closer to your thigh. So belly button turns towards the leg, exhale, fold. Try to bring that torso closer to your thigh. Then reach your hands away from your hips, come on. Good. Other side. Exhale as you fold. Try to lay that stomach on your thigh. Reach your hands away from your hips. Come on up. Good. Let's go back to this leg one more time. Fold. Reach forward to come on up. And then the other side. Rotate. Fold. Exhale. And then reach forward to come on up. Excellent. Come on down to a sideline position. So you're going to flex your hips, you're going to tuck your knees up towards your chest. This is going to be 90 degrees. You're going to make a pillow for your head like so. Then I'd like you to take your top hand, hold on to your pelvis. Make sure your knees are together here. We're going to do some internal rotation for this hip, which is simply lifting your foot up as high as you can like so. Keep your knees together. You should feel the muscle activation here. Good. We're just going to do 3 reps. At the end, we're just going to lift a little bit higher. So go ahead and lift the foot up, hit your end range, lift the foot up a little bit higher for 1 full second, and bring it back down. Good, let's try that again. lift the foot up, your knees stay together, come up as high as you can, lift a little higher, 1 full second, and down. One more time. Lift that foot up, get up as high as you can, keep lifting a little bit more, 1 full second, and down. Beautiful. So then take this top leg, reach it straight. We're going to do the same thing with this bottom leg. Your knee stays on the ground, so actually go ahead and press that knee down, and then try to lift your foot up as high as you can, and then back down. Good, let's add that extra second now. So lift your foot up. This is external rotation of the bottom hip. Lift the foot up for 1 full second, and down. Let's do 2 more times. So lifting up, get up as high as you can. Keep lifting for 1 full second, and down. And again, lift that foot up, get up as high as you can. Keep lifting up for 1 full second, and down. Beautiful. So after that, what we're then going to do is that we're going to try to take this top leg and we're going to try to do some axial rotations in a different position. So hand under hip first, make sure your pelvis stays still. Reach your foot back as far as you can, then lift it up. Good. Now twist your kneecap down to the floor, and then twist your kneecap up toward the ceiling. Good, let's do that again. Twist the kneecap down and keep twisting this direction for 1 full second. And then kneecap up towards the ceiling, keep twisting up for 1 full second. Let's try that again. Twisting down, keep twisting down for 1 full second. And then twisting up, keep twisting up for 1 full second. Again, twist down, keep twisting down for 1 full second. And then twisting up, keep twisting up for 1 full second, and down. Beautiful, let's switch our legs. Take your bottom leg back, and then up as high as you can. Hand on your pelvis, and now twist your kneecap up towards the ceiling, and then twist your kneecap down to the floor. Good, lift your leg up a little bit higher, try that again. Twist the kneecap up, keep twisting up for 1 full second. And then twist down, keep twisting down for 1 full second. Good, let's try that again. Kneecap up, keep twisting up for 1 full second. And then twist down, keep twisting down for 1 full second. Good, one more time. Kneecap up towards the ceiling, keep twisting up 1 full second. And then twisting down for 1 full second, and relax. Beautiful. From there, bring your knees back together. And now we're going to do hip circles or hip cars, controlled articular rotation. Take this knee, we're going to make a nice big circle with your knee, and that's going to force your hip through a full range of motion here. So hold on to your pelvis, bring your knee up towards your chest. Then lift your knee up towards the ceiling. Then twist your thigh and start reaching behind you. You're trying to touch the wall with that heel. And then slowly lower that knee down to the floor and bring your knees together. Good, let's try that again. Knee up towards your chest. Then lift your knee up towards the ceiling. Twist and reach behind you as far as you can. And then slowly lower down. Knees together. Good, one more time here. So twist up towards your chest. Up towards the ceiling. Twist and reach back as far as you can. Slowly lower down. And knees together. Good, now change direction. Go the other way. So reach back as far as you can. Slowly lift that knee up towards the ceiling. And then try to bring the knee to the outside of your shoulder. And then knees together. Good, try that again. So reach back, back, back. Slowly lift up. Try to bring that knee all the way to your shoulder. And then together. Good, one more time. Reaching back as far as you can. Slowly lifting up. Knee to the outside of your shoulder. And then knees together. Excellent. Good. From here, let's switch sides. And we'll do the same sequence on the other side. Okay, so we're going to make a pillow for our heads. Okay, we're going to have your knees together, top hand on top of your pelvis, holding it nice and still. We're going to do internal rotation for this hip, so we're going to keep your knees together. You're just going to lift your foot up as high as you can and set it down. Okay, let's try that again. Squeeze your knees together, lift your foot up, and then keep lifting up for 1 full second, and down. 2 more times. Lifting up, get up as high as you can, keep lifting up for 1 full second, and down. Last one. Lift the foot up, keep your knees together. At the very top, keep lifting the heel up for 1 full second, and down. Perfect. So then take the top leg off, and then we'll focus on the bottom leg. Go ahead and press this knee down into the ground, and then try to lift your foot up. And then keep lifting your foot up for 1 full second, and down. Let's try that again. So lift the foot up, keep lifting that foot up for 1 full second, and down. Good, one more time. Lift that foot up, opposite sides again, keep lifting for 1 full second, and down. Great. So now take your hand to your hips. We're going to go to back to that top leg. We'll do axial rotations here. So internal rotation, external rotation in a different position. Slide your leg back, then lift it up as high as possible. Good. Now twist that leg, point your kneecap down to the floor, and then point your kneecap up towards the ceiling. Good. Now let's ask for a little bit more. So twist the kneecap down, keep twisting down for 1 full second. And then twist the kneecap up, keep twisting up for 1 full second. Good, let's do that again. Twist the kneecap down, keep reaching down for 1 full second. And then twist the kneecap up, keep reaching up for 1 full second. Good, one more time. Twist that kneecap down, keep twisting down for 1 full second. And then twist that kneecap up, keep twisting up for 1 full second. And relax. Good, now let's switch. Let's take the bottom leg out, slide it back, then lift it up. Good, now twist the kneecap up towards the ceiling. Keep twisting up for 1 full second. And then twist the kneecap down, keep twisting down for 1 full second. Can you lift the leg high? Let's do it again. Twist the kneecap up, keep twisting up for 1 full second. And then twist down, keep twisting down for 1 full second. Good, lift your leg up higher. Let's do it again. Twist the kneecap up, keep twisting up for 1 full second. And then twist down, keep twisting down for 1 full second. And relax. Excellent. Good, now let's bring your knees together. And let's do those hip cars on this side, hip circles. So this knee, you're going to go draw a nice big circle. Let's bring it up to the chest first, then lift it up towards the ceiling. Now twist your thigh and reach your foot behind you as far as you can. As far as you can. Then slowly lower your knee down and bring your knees together. Good, let's try that again. Knee up towards your chest, up towards the ceiling, and then twist and reach back as far as you can. And then slowly lower down, knees together. One more time, up towards your chest, up towards the ceiling. Twist and reach back as far as you possibly can. And then slowly bring it all the way down. Excellent. Good, now let's change direction. Let's reach back as far as possible. Then lift that knee up towards the ceiling. Try to bring that knee to your shoulder, and then knees together. Good, let's try that again. Reach back, back, back. Slowly lift that knee up. Try to bring the knee to the shoulder, and then knees together. One more time, please. Reaching back, and then up, right to your shoulder, and down. Beautiful. From here, let's go ahead and let's lay on our stomach like so. Okay? We're going to find a position that's called half frog. So I want you to take the leg we're just working on, slide the knee out to the side like so. Good. Now, I'm going to be here on my forearms just to teach. What I like you to do is come down to this position like so, and rest your forehead on top of your hands. Okay. You could also do this exercise on your elbows. It's just going to be a lot harder. Okay. We're going to focus on the straight leg. What I like you to do is lift that leg up as high as you can. Good. And then we're going to do those axial rotations. So twist your kneecap to point in. Keep twisting that way for 1 full second. And then point the kneecap out. Keep twisting out for 1 full second. Good. Now can you lift your leg up higher? And again, twist in. Kneecap points in for 1 full second. And then point the kneecap out. Keep twisting out for 1 full second. Good. Lift your leg up even higher. Let's try that again. Twisting in. Kneecap points in 1 full second. And then kneecap points out. Keep twisting out for 1 full second. And down. Good. From here, let's switch our legs. And we'll do the same exercise on the other side. Okay? So you're going to lift your leg up as high as you can. Good. Then twist the kneecap to point in. Keep twisting in for 1 full second. And then twist the kneecap to point out. Keep twisting out for 1 full second. Good. Can you lift that leg up higher and do it again? Twist the kneecap in. Keep twisting in for 1 full second. Good. And then opposite. Twist out. Keep twisting out for 1 full second. Good. One more time. Lift up a little bit higher. Twist that kneecap in. Keep twisting in for 1 full second. And now twist out. Keep twisting out for 1 full second. And down. Good. Let's switch our legs again. And let's go back to the knees and the ankles. So in this position, we're going to do some hinges. So we're going to lift the leg up as high as you can. And then I want you to slowly bend your knee. So 4 count tempo, bending nice and slow. At the very end, keep squeezing the heel in towards your hips for 1 full second, and then slowly extend. We're just going to do that 2 more times. So lift the leg up as high as you can. Slowly bend your knee. Squeeze that heel all the way towards your hips the best that you can for 1 full second, and then extend it down. Good. 1 more time. Lift the leg, slowly bend, squeeze the heel all the way in, keep squeezing it in for 1 full second, and release, and down. Good. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So switch your legs. Lift your leg up first. Slowly bend, 4 count tempo. Squeeze the heel in towards your hips for 1 full second, and down. Good. Let's try that again. Okay. So lift the leg. Slowly bend your knee. Get to your end range. Keep squeezing the heel in for 1 full second, and then extend. Last time here. Lift that leg, slowly bend. Get to your end range. Keep squeezing in for 1 full second, and down. Good. Let's go ahead and switch our legs again. And now we'll work on your ankles here. So we're going to lift the leg first. We're going to bend the knee as deep as possible. Good. Now from here, toes up, toes down, gas pedal brake. So toes up towards the ceiling, and then toes down towards your heel. As you're doing this, keep squeezing your heel in towards your hips. Again, toes up, keep pointing up for 1 full second. And then toes down towards the floor, keep pointing down for 1 full second. 2 more times. Toes up, keep pointing up for 1 full second. And now toes down, keep pointing down for 1 full second. Squeeze that heel in towards your hips a little bit more. Last one. Toes up, keep pointing up for 1 full second. And then toes down, keep pointing down for 1 full second. And relax. Good. So let's go back to that same ankle, and let's do our ankle circles or our ankle bars. So lift your leg up, bend your knee, and then find your toes. Draw a nice big circle here. As you're drawing that circle, it's got to be slow, and you're trying to make it smooth. 3 circles in each direction. And as you're doing your 3 circles, can you squeeze your heel in towards your hips? Can you lift your thigh up off the ground? Good. You have a lot going on right now, which is on purpose. Let's change direction with your toes, go the other way. The biggest circle with your toes, squeezing the heel in towards your hips, lifting your thigh up off the ground. You're teaching your hips, your knee, your hamstrings, your calves, your ankles, all to work together here. Good. 1 more circle. Try to make it a little bit bigger. Keep it slow though. And well done. Good, and then we'll have just as much fun on the other side. Okay, so slide that other leg out to the side. Lift your leg up. Bend your knees. Squeeze your heel in towards your hips. Okay? Point the toes up and down first. So toes up towards the ceiling, and then down to the floor. Gas pedal brake. So up towards the ceiling, keep pointing up for 1 full second. And then down to the floor, keep pointing down for 1 full second. Again, point up, keep pointing up for 1 full second, and then point down to the floor, keep pointing down 1 full second. Squeeze the heel in towards your hips, lift your thigh up a little bit more, point up for 1 full second, and then point down for 1 full second, and take a short reprieve. Good. So then we'll come back, and we'll do our ankle circles. So lift that leg up, bend your knee, squeeze the heel in. Good. And now find your toes. Draw a nice big circle with those toes. Try to be nice and smooth. Good. Then think about going as big as possible with your toes while lifting your thigh off the ground, squeezing your heel in towards your hips. Excellent. Make everything in your lower body work right now. Good. Change direction, go the other way. Nice slow circles here. Make your circles as big as possible. Keep lifting the thigh up off the ground. Keep squeezing that heel in towards your hips. Good. Last one here. Make it your best one. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so come to a quadruped position. So that's hands and knees. You want your knees underneath your hip sockets. You want your hands underneath your shoulders. You want your shoulders away from your ears. If this is too much compression for your wrist, you can slide your hands forward or come down to your forearms. What's really important right now is I want you to bring your hands wide. So elbows or hands wide. That's going to give us a lot more stability in this position. Then bring your knees together. We're going to do some hip cars here, controlled articular rotations or hip circles. So what I'd like you to do with wide hands is take your right heel, lift it up towards the ceiling as high as you can. Good. Now bring the knee out to the side like a dog at a fire hydrant, and then slowly bring that knee all the way up towards your chest, and then bring your knees together. Once you're here, let's change direction. Let's bring the knee back towards your chest, then out to the side, then slowly lift that heel up towards the ceiling, and then go ahead and bring it on down. Good. Let's do the other leg now. So left heel comes up nice and high. Bring the knee out to the side, dog at a fire hydrant. Work your way up towards your chest, and then knees together. Good, then change direction. Knee back towards your chest, out to the side, lift that heel all the way up, and then go ahead and bring it down. Good, let's switch sides. Take that right heel up again, bring it up as high as possible. Now keep your arms nice and strong here, that's going to isolate the hip. Bring the knee out to the side, and then slowly squeeze that knee up in towards your chest, knees together. Good, then change direction. Knee back towards your chest. Bring that knee out to the side, lift it up as high as you can, slowly though. Then lift the heel up towards the ceiling and bring it back down. Good, other leg. Good, let's make sure that we're also going slow here. You want to go slow because you want your body to remember these positions and also spend more time in these positions. That's where it's going to get stronger. Good. Once your knees come together, switch directions. Up toward your chest, keep those arms nice and strong to isolate the hip. Lift the knee up out to the side. Bring your heel up towards the ceiling and down. Good. Last time each side, let's ask for a little bit more. So let's go ahead and bring that heel up. Pause right here, lift it up a little bit higher. Good, then bring it out to the side 90 degrees and lift the knee up a little bit higher. Now squeeze the knee up in towards your chest, squeeze it in a little bit tighter. Then finally bring your knees together. Good, and then let's reverse. Back towards your chest, out to the side, nice and slow and smooth. Lifting your heel up and lowering down. And we'll switch. Okay, last time the other side. Lift that heel up. Lift it up a little bit higher. Good, now bring the knee out to the side 90 degrees. Lift that knee up a little bit higher. Squeeze the knee up into your chest. Squeeze it in a little bit tighter. And then knees together. Good, and then change direction. Back towards your chest. Out to the side, slow and smooth, lifting that heel up, and then go ahead and set down. Perfect. So now from this position, let's go into a low squat. So bring your knees outside shoulder width, tuck your toes under, sit back as far as you can. Good. So in this position, I want you to lift up your heart. Good. Now this might be your low squat position for today, that's fine. What I'd like you to do is see if you can roll over your feet, like so. And then see if you can take your hands up off the ground, like so. Good, and then slowly come on back down to the floor with your knees, and return to quadruped. Good, let's adjust our feet and our knees. Take your knees and your feet a little bit wider. We're going to do the same thing, we're going to see how that feels. So I want you to go ahead, rock back, and then roll over your feet. If you can take your hands up off the ground, then go ahead and do so. And then go ahead and slowly come back to that quadruped position, like so. Good, let's do that one more time. Okay, and before we do it, let's go ahead and change our foot position or knee position again. So you had two different positions. Choose the one that felt best for you. Good, then go ahead, rock back. Roll over your foot the best that you can. If you can take your hands up off the ground, take them off the ground. Good. And breathe. Okay, let's have some fun with that low squat position. So let's come into this quadruped position. Let's find the best position for your knees. Let's rock back and then roll back. Okay? And you can do this exercise right now with your hands on the ground. You can also do it with your knees on the ground. Okay? All we're going to do in this low left and right. That's it. Just shifting left and right for 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, let's imagine that our tailbone can draw a circle on the floor. So just start to circle slowly and smoothly. The circle does not have to be big. We just want to be changing positions here. Good. Now change direction, go the other way. Okay. Slow, subtle movements. Excellent. Good. Now wherever you are, let's bring the hands to the ground. We're going to lift the hips up. We're going to get into a forward bend, and then we're going to roll up to stand. So just go ahead and lift your hips up. Find your forward bend. From that forward bend, slowly roll up your spine. Stacking one vertebrae on top of each other, keeping your chin tucked until the very end. Excellent. Okay, now that we're in standing, let's go ahead, let's give ourselves the opportunity to now do an integrated movement here. We're just going to try to draw a circle on the floor with our big toe. It's going to require the standing leg to stabilize ourselves. So I want you to take your big toe, just reach out in front, and just draw a nice big circle around your body, just like so. And then bring it back, like so. Good, and then let's try the other side, okay? So left big toe, just draw a nice big circle around your body, and then go ahead and bring it back, like so. Good. So now if you're concerned about your balance, let's go ahead and let's grab some support, and we'll do it again, because we want to work a little bit wider. Okay, so you can simply just come over towards a wall, and then you're just going to take that big toe, you're going to reach out in front, and then think about drawing a nice big circle all the way around as far as you can. And then we're going to reverse, we're going to bring it back the other way, just like so. I'm going to give you a different angle here. So again, I'm reaching out in front, circling all the way around. So the circling is slow. That's making my standing leg do a lot more work. And learning how to stabilize itself. It's learning how to work through the hip, the knee, the ankle, and the toes to create stability. Good. One more time. If you want to come away from the wall, feel free. If you want to stay on the wall, feel free. Okay? Let's just try to get even bigger. Again, remember you're moving slow as you draw this nice big circle. And then we'll bring it back the other way. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay? Just try to go a little bit bigger. Explore, ask for more. And just do the best that you can, circling all the way around. And